Big thanks to Mr. G for sending me the topic for today's video. He'd linked me to this tweet by Darren Grimes, talking about a fella, an adherent of the obvious, walking into a Wetherspoons and asking very busy staff if they served a halal option. He then said he looks out of place in there. And you know what? Society today enables this cultural entitlement. Well, watch the video because this bloke's smooth-brained take on events is laugh out loud funny. It's genuinely comical to see him be confused that they don't serve a very select group of items that are only really beloved by one certain group, a small minority group in a European country. Essentially, it's the same as walking into your local fish and chip shop and saying, yeah, I'll have a chicken jalfrezi and 6 poppadoms please, mate. And when the bloke looks confused and says, this is a chippy, getting extremely angry about the fact that you can't find nuanced Indian food in your local fish and chipper. It reminds me actually, on my 40th birthday party, my missus surprised me and a lot of my mates came down and we went on the Lash in York and she hired a room for us. And apparently I have no recollection of the event. I went into the York Hog Roast, which is a place everybody goes for an aforementioned hog roast. And they do a really good roast beef and Yorkshire pudding wrap as well. And apparently I went in there and did indeed ask for fish and chips, much to the amusement of all the staff members, at which point I walked out. The difference being, I'd had 18 pints. Okay, in my defence, this bloke is just an absolute lunatic. So let's watch it and we'll have a laugh. Here he is trying Wetherspoon for the first time. Gonna go inside and see what it's about. Ah, Sir Tim. He's a working class hero, that fella. Anyway, let's enjoy ourselves and watch this raving lunatic get offended that they don't sell niche products in a Leatherspoons.
Everybody keeps telling me to try out this place called Witherspoons. We're gonna go inside and see what it's about.
Drinks.
Do you guys have like a halal menu?
No, just,
No halal menus? So read first.
but we don't have any halal meat as far as I'm aware.
Do you do like a desi breakfast? Like you do English breakfast?
You know, I consider myself to be quite a cultured chap. I know a lot about the rest of the world. I'm well travelled. I don't know what a desi breakfast is. But I do know one thing. You're about as likely to get one out of a Wetherspoons as you are from the local Ladbrokes establishment. So what are you asking for? In fact, we may as well leave this view on because I'm sure I'm going to have to interject on numerous occasions.
Do you do a desi breakfast?
At the moment now we do all day brunch. Instead of hash brown, you get chips with it, but it's the same as...
Could I get like masala beans with it?
No, we don't do that.
Masala beans. You might as well get offended by any shop in the entire high street. If you just walk in, pick up it doesn't matter what they sell. I was going to say pick up the menu and ask for something that isn't on it. But it could be any shop. It's like going into B&Q and asking them if you can test drive a Tesla. They don't sell it. If it's not on the bit of paper that's on the bar, they don't sell it. That's how it works in England. His attitude, he reminds me of an aggressive trader in an Arabian marketplace, do you know what I mean? And they march up to a stall and the price is emblazoned on it, 500 flip-flops or whatever it is. And they go, I give 200 flip-flops. That's not how we do things in England. There's a bit of paper, they tell you what they sell on it, everything that sells on it, and the price is next to it. You don't ask for random items that aren't on the bit of paper, ever, and you don't barter. If she says, it's £4 a pint, mate, you don't go, I give you lampshade now. That's not how it works. No bed.
Everybody kept telling me to try this place out.
Yeah.
And is it like a restaurant? Is it a takeaway? What is this place?
It's a pub.
It's a pub.
They just serve food.
It says on the menu you do tea here. Is that like English tea?
Yeah,
Is it like kettle tea?
yeah, it's just tea bag, bottle of water in it.
The English tea I found a bit bland. Do you do like karak chai?
What a knobhead. It must be being deliberately obtuse. Deliberately. Like if I was in Pakistan or something, I wouldn't wander into one of them weird tea places that I've never been in before. You know, you see them with smoking the hookers and stuff like that. I wouldn't do as bad a job of fitting in as he did. Like if I went into one of them weird sort of Persian velvety looking hooker bars or whatever they are, I've never been in one in my life. I'd go in and I'd politely say, I'll have whatever he's having, that's fine. And then I'd sit there and wind my neck in and smoke my beardy, weirdy spices or whatever it is, and then I'd leave. I wouldn't go up to the counter and berate the minimum wage teenager because she doesn't know what guava halves are or whatever he was on about, mung beans. and Carrick chai or some bollocks. I feel like he can't be being serious and he can't be expecting any other reaction. He's just doing it to try and get some clicks. Because by his accent, he's obviously, if not born and raised in the UK, a pretty long-term immigrant. He must know what Wetherspoons is. He must know they don't do Carrick chai, and he must know it's wrong to Roger your cousin. Oop, but he's probably doing that, isn't he?
Right, okay. Can I just get like an orange juice then? The gel oranges, yeah.
£2.41. Cheers, thank you.
This place is a bit different to what I was expecting, I can't lie, guys. To be honest, I don't know what it is, but I feel a bit out of place here. I don't know why, though. It needs a bit more seasoning, I think, the orange juice. It's a bit bland.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to assume he was taking the piss, but maybe he's a perfectly reasonable fella and the whole video was a bite. Still, it did get a chuckle out of me. Don't go into Leatherspoons and expect to see anything other than drunk people at 10 o'clock in the morning, cheap English breakfasts, and fantastic cheap pints of bitter, even if you're in the capital. I think you get a pint of Ruddle's Best in London for about £3.9 last time I was in there. So to sum up, I think that was a wind-up. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I will say, God bless Tim, Sir Tim, a man of the people, and God bless his wonderful establishment, even if they don't sell Carrick chai, woodworking implements, or cat food. Yeah, but that's me for today. Thanks for tuning in. If you have ever been into a Wetherspoons and were disappointed because you couldn't find used cars, stationary equipment, or Persian rugs, please let me know in the comments, all right? And I'll get back to you because you're making loads of sense. Thanks for tuning in. Tootle Pip. Cheers.